Going. I think we are live. I'm just checking to be sure we're live. And today we are going to look at doing opportunities and lead follow up. So it's going to be a super cool session today. So I'm glad you're here for our Tuesday lives. And we're looking at following up, doing lead follow up with Keap. So if you're Keap Max Classic user, this is for you. And looking at how to use opportunities, maybe for those opportunities that are looking to turn into a sale. And then, of course, using notes and tasks for maybe those people that you're just starting the conversation with. So how's that sound to you? And I'm going to jump over to Keap so you can take a peek at it. So let me just share my screen, do the screen share. Here we go. Good. So when you've got someone you want to follow up with, and first, we don't know if they're a sales opportunity or not, but you definitely want to track them. One way you can do that, I'll just find myself here in my Sandbox app. I looked at recent activity to see who's opening stuff. And so, for example, if we're going to follow up with Cindy here, which is just me, we could go in here to my contact record, and by going to this view here, we might make a note. So maybe I give myself a call. So this is how the follow-up would go. And then could add a note, for example, that said, great, has budget, needs project in September, that kind of thing. Set up lunch or whatever the thing is. So you can save that as the notes and then maybe go ahead and make a task for yourself to call up. So again, I do this for people who are interested, but I don't know if they're ready to go. I don't know if they're ready to buy yet. And so by setting up a task, we can just pop in here and say, set up lunch meeting, pick a date, for example. So we want to set that up here. I don't usually pick a time because that's like so crazy granular. And then you can just put in the creation notes, set up lunch meeting, that's budget, whatever the thing is. I'm going to keep that for me as the user, but you could assign it to somebody else, which is kind of handy and cool. And then you can select what's it going to be. So I'm going to call to set that up, and priority. I figure everything's either essential or critical, because if it's non-essential, why would I put it there, right? And so another kind of cool thing is you can send a notification. So you could send a notification to one of your team, which is really nice because then you don't have to, hey, I called so-and-so and let the other person know. You can just like have it right here. So this is how you would set up a task, which works so well. And then when you go back to your dashboard using tasks and notes, this is a great way to kind of keep up with and track people that you're talking to. And so let's see, I think I've got the tasks right here on my dashboard, on my home page, on my user page. So you can go in here and see, yep, here it is. I need to set up a lunch meeting with her. And then so you go in there and get right into the task and edit it right in there if you wanted to, or see the contact record. Or I'll just get back to that. What's nice too is once you complete the task, so say I completed this one, you can complete it from here. So you can complete it from two places. So this is a really good way if you're looking at recent activity, thinking about phone calls coming in, who came to a recent webinar, and you kind of want to have a quick follow-up, and you use tasks and notes to do that follow-up. So the notes help because when someone else now, maybe you have someone else on the team or just want to refresh your own memory, what happened, you can pop down to the notes and see, oh yeah, I called, it went great, here's the thing. And you've got your notes there, and that helps you when you're making that call. And then you've got a task to go back to, which works really well. Okay, so that's tasks and notes for following up on your kind of new leads and you're deciding if they're qualified and they're ready to buy or not. Now, the second piece of this is opportunities. And so this is just my little sandbox app right here. And you can have pipeline stages set up and you can track people that way. So let's look at what that really is like. So I'll go find, I'm going to find myself in here in the database. Here's Mango. He's helping. Thank you, Mango, for helping. So we're looking at opportunities now. And so here, let's say I hung up on that phone call and it's great, ready to buy, and I want to track this. So I'm going to add an opportunity and I'm going to maybe make the opportunity name, let's see, September project. You can name it whatever you want. And you can put the client's name in there if you want to, but you don't have to. And then you choose a team member to be the user of, or the owner of that opportunity. I'm going to leave myself. And here you can choose a stage idea. You can use the default stages that come with Keap Max Classic, or you can set up your own. So I'm going to use these right here. I'm using 20%, 50%, 80%, and 100%. So these are the ones I'm using right now, but again, you can set them up how you want to. So I'm going to say we're at 80% deciding, ready to go, whatever the notes are. And then you can say next action notes are, Mango, you go down here, buddy. Next action notes are, ship kit over or whatever it is. And then you can put the action date. So much like tasks, but you get a little bit more detail and granularity with it. So you choose your date. I don't usually use the bundle. You can, that's a whole other thing, but whatever. So I just pick and choose the fields that I want. And then now we've got our opportunities in here, and you can pick if you want to add in a dollar amount like that. You can do high and low. You can even decide, is the deal going to close, that kind of thing. And so this is a great way to track your opportunities. So when you get to work in the morning, hey Mango, back again, you can look at your tasks and you can look at your pipeline stages and decide. So here's my pipeline stages. I'll just refresh this little widget right here. I'm going to go into, I have 84 people in 80% decide, validate. I'm going to call them first. And so you can go in here and go to your list view. You can sort by the next action date or whatever the thing is right there, and take your next steps. And so by using the pipeline stages, and then I'm going to move my tasks up so you can set up your screen exactly how you want to, your dashboard exactly how you want to. So I have my tasks here, pipeline stages, and I'm using tasks to keep track of my new leads, and using pipeline stages to keep track of people who are really ready to buy and are moving through their buying process with us. So what do you think? Pretty great. If you're doing any kind of tracking and follow up on your sales leads, and we all should be, right? Lead follow-up is where it's at. This type of thing works really, really well in conjunction with all the automation that maybe you've put in place or you're going to put in place. So I love to think about lead follow-up as sort of two swim lanes. We have the automated follow-up, so just giving the information that people need and being super helpful. And that's great because as humans, stuff falls between the cracks and we maybe forget or get busy or whatever the thing is. So the automation's happening, and then use the tasks and the pipeline for opportunities to track like the actual personal touches and the calls and the things that we're doing. So lead follow-up and Keap Max Classic. All right. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Happy sales.